Look at you, Mr. Big Time today. What's that?
Half an hour.
Bro, I had to get some food. And then I went to your boy's gas station right here around the block, and he wasn't there.
He wasn't there today?
No.
Nobody was there today?
Nobody was there. There was 2 trucks, 2 like big rigs out front, had pallets of deliveries sitting in front of his front door, and he wasn't there.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I guess he listened to his own sign.
Yeah. Get your shit and get out. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So we're up and rolling, right? So,
Yeah,
cool. What's going on, guys? Coach Darrell, Mikey, back here. Cast Iron Workouts, podcasts. Been a minute.
It's been a while, yeah.
Been about 3 weeks, right?
3 weeks to a month, if not a month.
I think it was 3 weeks. We were about a month before the challenge was going to start.
Okay.
And today's, well, shit, yeah, almost 4 weeks.
It was about 4 by the time it got posted, and then because I know it's been at least 2 since.
Yeah, so
I think it's been like 3 since it's posted, and that means a week back from when we recorded. So
it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
You could say I was right, and it was a month if you want.
No. Let's count the days because they ain't
3
been a full
weeks and
month.
6 days.
Shut up, bitch. Shut up. Yeah. So how's that Pellegrino?
Delicious. How's your Mickey's?
That's good. So this actually, I saw your fancy water, and then I went to the gas station real quick, and I needed a fancy water.
One up me.
Yeah, I did. I was like, I'm gonna get the one that looks like a Mickey's 40.
The Perrier.
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 Jackass.
Shake your Perrier.
So what's going on, man? What's new? Been busy.
Man.
Shit going down.
Been busy.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't been here.
No, I know.
It's felt horrible.
Yeah.
Feels horrible.
Yeah. I was happy.
Thanks. No, I'm getting bigger in places I don't want to be bigger. Little bumps are poking out of areas of my body that I don't want. Like right here.
Nobody wants to hear that, Mike.
I'm getting fat. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, there we go. That's better. Let's cut to the chase, bud. Come on.
Fat.
Yeah.
And it's uncomfortable. Man, it feels... And I have been learning just, like the past year or whatever, reflecting on what happens when I'm in and what happens when I'm not at the gym. And way better. Everything is just way better when I'm here, mentally, energy-wise. Because sometimes you'd think, oh, well, if I go to the gym, I'll be tired all day. But it's not true. Even if I'm sore, I'll take that over the sludge of not being here. And that builds up. It's unhealthy. I even feel like, it's got to be like a blood pressure thing, but throughout my body. And not a good direction to be headed in.
No.
So I'm happy to be back. Even these 2 days, like, I'm not exaggerating, but I'm really grateful that I got my ass in here.
Yeah.
Because then I'm not going that other way anymore. I'm going a little bit towards the right direction.
Right. And, every step in the right direction helps, dude.
Yeah.
It does. And it's, that's, like the checklist thing that, we put out on social media, give to members here at the gym, posted all over the cast iron stuff, and, getting a lot of people doing some of that stuff. Now, I know a lot of people 3 weeks into this have kind of fallen off a little bit, but some of the stuff is stuck. Like I know a lot of people are doing, hey man, I haven't been able to do the 3 walks a day, but I'm doing 2. Cool. What were you doing prior to this? Nothing. Awesome. That's a little bit of progress. I've got some people like Vicky, Vicky's a sav, dude. Like we finish our workouts and then she'll go get her
she
half.
was doing.
Yeah, she still goes and gets her half-mile run. She'll get her extra push-ups and her squats, and because she's funny, she's like, if I don't do it now, I'm not.
It's a good point.
I'm like, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Whatever you need to do to make it work, cool, do it. Get after it. 'Cause that's what it's about, man. It's, if you're ticking in the right direction, cool, awesome.
Yeah. The other big thing for me is metabolism. Like, I could still eat good and not go to the gym and not need to eat a lot. And I don't like that. Because then when I eat, I get full super quick. And then I feel like I'm always full throughout the whole day. But when I come in the gym, I can more or less eat what I feel is regular, and be comfortable.
Big Macs?
Anything. So I'm like, I got to go to the gym so I can have a Big Mac. But yeah, it just feels so much better, infinitely better coming in than not.
Good. Yeah, moving the right direction, dude.
Yeah.
Moving the right direction.
Yesterday and today were good ones to come back to.
Yeah, yesterday's leg day was fun, man. That EMOM The squatty moment, like you said, it's the most simple thing, easy thing to get, good squat volume in a short amount of time. It's one that I'd knock out.
Should we tell them?
Yeah, no. It's and cast iron will do this one too. It's a 10-minute EMOM where you just do 5 back squats every minute on the minute for 10 minutes, and you're doing 50 squats.
Mm-hmm.
50 weighted squats in 10 minutes. And it doesn't take a lot of weight. Like if you're a person who works off percentages with like a max, I always say go somewhere between 50 and 60. If it's your first time doing it, 50% of your 1 rep max is probably plenty. Because it's kind of a creeper. Like you do the workout and you're like, okay, that was kind of difficult. It's kind of hard. But over the next couple of days, you realize like I did 50 squats in 10 minutes with weight on my back. Right, and you get that inner thigh soreness, the glute soreness sets in, like that that high hamstring glute connector. It's just, it's cool. It's cool.
Quads are on the tighter side for me today.
Yeah, that's good. You ain't been using them, so
I'm gonna use them today. 96 cases of wine coming.
Oh, okay. So cool.
Yeah, I gotta be shuffling boxes of wine all day today.
Good. That'll help break up some of that soreness. Keep moving, right?
Yeah.
That's good. All right, so Mikey's getting back on track. What else is going on? Anything good you want to tell the people out there?
Still developing that restaurant.
That's cool.
We keep backing up our opening day. We still got a few major things to do. And the thing is, every time a major thing needs to be done in the time that we're waiting to do it, we find other little things to do to chip away at. So we keep backing up, but I don't know. At this point, I just hope January, etc.
Hey man, just open the doors and let's eat some food.
I mean, I'm cool with that. So
yeah,
let's talk to a chef about that. And
you want me to come slap him around?
Yeah,
let him know what's up.
That'd be a good duel.
I'll slap him around, bro. I know how to kitchen fight. We'll get after it. All right, cool. So that's rolling.
Yeah.
Okay. You're pushing in the right direction there too. That's good.
Yeah.
How about you? You been doing any of the challenge stuff?
No, I haven't.
Good job, Mikey. Good job.
No, I took a short trip to New York and spent a day in Ohio. The first day of that trip, see some friends. That's pretty much when the challenge started.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was eating like
an asshole. Oh,
yeah. I mean,
same thing.
When I travel to the city, I just want to eat, drink, and experience, and go to random places and do that. So it all kind of snowballed from there because last week all we did was wine taste, and that just wipes me out.
Okay.
So I guess I got 2 workouts in this week. So yeah, I've been checking those things off.
Yeah, good job, Mikey. Good job.
2 November.
All right.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get like 10 points for that dessert part.
I'm sure you will.
I'm gonna have 1 serving, then I'm gonna have 1 serving, then I'm gonna have.
Mike, it's only that day. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that day.
Oh God. Sweet, awesome. All right.
What's going on with you? What you got? How you doing? How you feeling? How's the body?
I'm good.
Goals, targets?
Old, broken. Nah, I'm good, man. Yeah, for myself personally, all's well, man. My mileage is going up.
All right.
We're running again.
Quick question, just because when I picked it up, it popped in my head. Dalton's getting big now.
It's huge.
So we used to call that his kettlebell, right?
No, his kettlebell is twice that size now.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say, has he graduated?
Oh yeah, he's using like a 20-pound kettlebell. He's even swung the 25-pound kettlebell a few times.
All right.
For
nice.
like lower reps and stuff.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting stronger, man. He's getting stronger.
Watch out.
No.
That timeline is about to meet.
We're good.
You're building a beast.
We're good, man. We're good. Nah, he is, man. He's doing great. He's doing great. Yeah.
Any fall sports?
For him, he just got done with flag football.
Okay.
Got done with a little bit of baseball too. So now he's taking a break. He's actually taking a break from sports. He's in the gym 5 days a week training.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just started back up here at Wit Fitness. my athletic programs for youth athletes.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a 9 to 12-year-old group that goes Tuesday, Thursday.
Oh, that's cool.
And then a 13 to 17-year-old group that goes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But since he's my kid, he's here Monday through Friday. So he comes and even hangs out with the older kids, you know, because it's all stuff that he knows how to do, even what the older kids are doing. So, you know, during those days, I have him just kind of mimic what the older kids are doing. And just, hey, man, do what you can. If you don't know, just hang out and ask. And I don't, you know, I'm not expecting him to kill himself. He just thinks it's cool because he's in here hanging out with the older kids. You know, like, you know, he's around them, he sees them, and it's just, you know, a good way for him to, you know, kind of see the future and step into it. And
getting exposed.
Yeah.
And
So
I imagine he's getting desensitized to a bigger, just being around someone who's bigger. So if he gets into sports and he's, you know, playing with guys that are bigger, then kind of like, oh, I've been there, done that. At least been around, you know. I think that could do a lot, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And so yesterday, the younger group started, the 9 to 12-year-old group. So he's in there, and, you know, he's Mr. Big Shot. Yeah. You know, so he's and he doesn't act like it, you know, and that's what I love is, you know, he's there and he's encouraging everybody, and he's, you know, he's quiet yet, you know, showing kind of what I like, showing leadership through his actions. And that's kind of what I told him going into this. Said, hey, man, all these guys that are coming in here and girls coming in here know that you're my son, you know, so they're going to expect the most out of you. And that doesn't mean that like you have to shine brighter than anybody else in here or perform better, but you need to be the guy who's quiet, paying attention, you know, working hard, you know, for whatever that is for you. It doesn't mean you have to lift more weight. Doesn't mean you have to jump higher or run faster, but it just means that you need to show a different level of attention when you're in here. So, he's doing really well, man. He's doing really well. It's pretty cool. We just started it this week, Monday. We had 12 of the older kids, with 2 more supposed to come today. So that group looks like it's going to be a decent sized group. And then in the younger class, we had 12 kids yesterday. So 2 pretty good sized groups coming in. And it's cool, man. Like I didn't forget, because that's always kind of been like, and I like training adults, and I don't mean that I don't, but it's always been more fun for me to train athletes. Right? Like where you get them, especially that young group. And I'd always kind of veered away from like the 9 to 12-year-old group before. I would train them. But, you know, I always had my focus kind of on the high school, the college kids, and training them. But, you know, the more I train the younger kids, I realize like those dudes are just ultimate sponges, and they like absorb everything you're throwing at them. Right? Now, can they apply it right away? Not necessarily, but they pick it up super fast. And I was explaining that to one of the dads that was in here, and he goes, well, how are the younger kids? Was it crazy? And I said, no, man, they're actually better than the older kids. And I said, you know, the older they get, the more bad habits they have. And it's true. That's like by the time I get to the adults, it's like, oh my God.
They're too cool to have this.
I'm like, how old are you?
Yeah,
okay, we're trying to break that many years of bad habit and doing things wrong. Because even like with the younger kids don't have that bad habit built yet. The 13 to 17-year-olds, those kids probably have had a dad, an uncle, a coach, a cousin, a brother, you know, somebody who showed them how to lift or how to do something. And you're like, now I need to break that habit. You know, now I need to, you know, reteach, which is cool. It's fun for sure. But yeah, man, That was a majority of what I did when I first started training or opened business was athletes, trained athletes. And then when I moved to Livermore, was that 9 years ago, I was still training athletes, but the group kind of dwindled a little because I didn't know as many kids in the area. Even though I had my nephews coming in and training and some of their friends, I didn't know as many coaches or parents or people from the area, so I didn't have as many. So now, like, Dalton's friends are coming to age, plus a lot of the parents that even have the older kids know who I am just from baseball, flag football. They've seen me. They've talked to me a little bit, and they're like, oh, you're that dude who trained all the athletes coming out of Fremont. You know, they know I've worked with kids at different levels, and so it's kind of taken off, and I've had a good showing or interest in it. It's kind of cool to see, and you know, be able to have the opportunity to do it again. You know, it's cool, and I like it just because it's a different kind of energy. It is, man. It's a different kind of energy.
Must
you know?
be refreshing. Help the balance of
it is.
Worlds.
It is very much so. You know, because a lot of times, like with adults, and you know, and I don't mean this in the wrong way, but if you're just checking boxes, which a lot of people do, and I know we're doing the checklist right now,
right.
But if somebody's just coming in here and they're just kind of going through the motions, and I'm just showing up to the gym, it's a lot different than a kid coming in here, let's say at Dalton's age, where it's a brand new world, and they're going, oh, wow, what are those boxes for? Oh, coach has got an agility ladder out today. Wonder what we're going to do. And they're like fucking pumped about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where like my adults come in and like push-ups, squats, you know, it's like they're just going through the motions.
Good
and
impression of me, by the way.
What's that?
No,
yeah,
just kidding.
that was Mike at 8 a.m. You know, and then the older kids, they're coming in and they're looking at it like, I want to make the varsity team next year for whatever, or I want to, you know, go from second string to first string, or I want to play this new position, or whatever it is. They've got those goals, and they've got that huge underlying motivation to push themselves hard.
Yeah, they're still in game mode. They're still
So it's a fun balance of, you know, teaching a lot of new shit, seeing them like excel, but still treating them like a chained up dog and keeping them tight on that leash. Because especially with that 13 to 17-year-old group, like that's one of the things I make these kids sign a code of conduct when they first come in here is like, hey, check your ego at the door. Like even like I tell the adults, because we get a lot of the guys that come in and want to lift heavy and whatever. But I tell those guys like, and like with that 13 to 17 group, like I'm going to dictate where your weights are. Yeah, like you don't just get to go throw the weights on the bar. This isn't a high school weight room where it's a pissing contest. Like, you know, we hold that leash tight, and then when I think it's time, bang, I give you some slack, right?
You've used that analogy before.
Yeah, man, and it's fun, man. It's fun, and you know it's cool to get back into it. It really is cool to get back into it. So, yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
nice little pump to just general energy. That's cool.
No, it is, man. It's super cool. Super cool. And it's one of those, like, you know, when I'm working with adults, I can kind of, you know, I can coach and, you know, I don't want to say let my guard down by any means, because you're always on when you're dealing with people, right? And you're coaching. But there's different levels to it. When I've got 9 to 12-year-olds in here, like I am 100% like every part of me is firing. I'm boom, 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 boom. And I know I have to be that way. I mean, it's the same thing with the older group. You know what I mean? It's like you've got to be on. You've got to be on because you're trying to monitor so many different things and teach so many different things. And, you know.
It's a lot of energy in that room.
Hell yeah.
You know, like,
bro, and that's like right now, I'm fucking tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired. And a lot of it was the build up to those first 2 days this week. Yeah. Like the planning, the prep, I'm talking the mental side of things, and then just the build up to their first couple days to getting them in here and like, you know, giving them a good experience, because that's what I want to do. Like most kids don't have a coach that gives a fuck, you know, like where they really are like trying to give the kid the best that they can. And I'm 100% guilty of that. Like as a young coach, like coaching football, it was for me, it was a coach's ego. I think every coach has an ego where it's like, I'm the coach, you know, world centers around me. It's like, no, it's not that way. It's about, you know, giving the kids life lessons and giving them a foundation and a base for different things depending on what you're teaching and coaching, not just, you know,
serving them.
Yeah. Yeah, you know,
they're not doing it for you. You're doing it for them.
Right. And I don't think there's enough of that, like within the coaching world, the youth coaching world especially. You know, so yeah, just trying to give those guys a good experience and, give them, like I said, a good foundation for things. So
can I come work out with the 13-year-olds?
they whoop your ass, dude. Yeah, those kids will whoop your ass. They eat you up and spit you out, bro. Like maybe with Dalton's younger group, but don't work out with Dalton because he'll fuck you up.
I think I'll just stick to my 6 a.m., 8 a.m.
Good idea. Good idea. Yeah, man. So that's kind of what's new and what's good around here. Like I was saying, like for me, I've been pushing mileage on the running again.
Nice.
I've not sure if I'm going to yet, but I've been looking into ultras.
Okay.
For 2022. There's a couple that I have in my sights early 2022, and it's going to push distance a little bit, take me to like a 50K, maybe even a 50 miler. We'll see. I'm flirting with it a little depending on what progression looks like in training for me. And like I said, the last 3-4 weeks I've been progressing, getting my mileage up. I just kind of want to see in about a month to where my body is and how it's going to hold up with the higher mileage. Because right now it's good, man. I'm able to recover. My big thing is, when I'm up in mileage, I still lift.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, yesterday, like I did leg workout, right? Today I had to run this morning. That was really hard. I mean, and it was a short run. Today was like a recovery run day of 3 miles.
To get out there, yeah.
But coming off of a squat day and a day where I did some like hamstring and hang clean work, like, yeah, it's a little tough to recover from. So I just kind of want to see where I'm at, in about a month. Like I said, now I'm probably pushing around 40 miles a week, which is okay, for where I'm at. But when I build it up and I'm shooting somewhere around 55, 60 miles a week, that's a lot of miles, dude. That's a lot of miles, and it's a lot of training time, right? And it's how am I going to feel? How's the time going to look of that and whatnot? And yeah, so I'll kind of decide then like what I'm going to do. Yeah.
I just keep thinking about Goggins when he ran into his was his superior officer at the gym before the night before.
Oh yeah. SBG.
Yeah.
And sees SBG and he's like, "You gonna go into battle?" What do he say?
Totally hooked him.
He goes, "Yeah." He was telling the story. He goes, "You think the Vikings the night before they went into battle drank herbal tea and went to bed early?" He goes, "Fuck no. They drank vodka and got fucked up and barked at the moon all night long." And then so he talks him into, if you guys don't know the story, he talks David Goggins the day before he runs his first 100-mile race into coming into the weight room. This is how he's talking him into coming into the weight room that night before and doing a powerlifting workout where they're doing squats and deadlifts and shit. And the next day he had to get up and run his first 100-mile race that he hadn't trained for. So it's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'll say that to you the night before. then you'll punch me and say,
Right.
Vikings probably did that.
Yeah. That's a pregame warm up right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's about what's going on in the life of Darrell right now. I'm curious if you guys are watching this, hopefully you guys can kind of comment or reply to one of the posts that we're putting up. Like, how many of you guys are sticking with that challenge stuff? I know we've posted on social to kind of see who's doing stuff, and we've had a decent response from people. But yeah, I would like to hear from you guys, not just like yes or no type stuff. Like, what is the stuff from that list, that checklist that you guys are doing right now? Like, are you doing the walks? Are you eating a vegetable every day? Like, I know you're not. But what stuff are you able to check off that list? What's easiest for you? Are you able to take this thing and not look at it for the first 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes that you're up each day? That's a huge
Habit to break.
Yeah, habit to break, but like it's a great thing to do. It's a great way to start your day. I told you the other day, and this is good for you guys to hear too. I deleted all social media, not deleted my accounts, but took all social media off my phone. If you guys don't know, I don't run the Cast Iron Workout social. So what I have for Wit Fitness and Barbell and then kind of my nutrition thing, I'm not consistent with posting on there. And my wife goes, well, aren't you worried that you're going to miss out on business? I said, in the last 3 years, I've had 0 people contact me for business via social media. So my gym's still here. My nutrition business is still here. If you need to get a hold of me, 510-284-7252. Text me, call me. Okay. You can send me an email, whatever. But removing that stuff from my phone helps so much, because I didn't realize how much I allowed myself to be distracted by little things, right? I'm going to get on social just to check the cast iron thing real fast. And, do I have any messages here? And then I'm scrolling. And I'm like, what the fuck am I scrolling for?
Well, let me see. Maybe in August, I don't know if I told anyone, but I got rid of my Instagram. Same thing.
Okay.
And I only got back on because I had a DJ gig for Halloween. And I've been on since. But 2 to 3 months, I didn't have it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And that was just my Instagram. You know? So
yeah, I don't fuck with any of it anymore.
It was pretty incredible. It really does feel good.
Well, and you know what it is, Mike?
And I didn't miss anything.
And that's just it. Is by picking this thing up first thing in the morning, and it's not even just going to social, but say you check your email, or you have text messages from people, and they could be negative, they could be positive, they could be neutral, whatever, but whatever you look at on that phone is going to dictate or set you up for the rest of your day, right? It's gonna make you react to whatever you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah, it grabs you.
Yeah. So for me, like, I went back to, all right, when do I always feel my best mentally, right? Well, for me, it's when I get up in the morning and I write. And excuse me, too much Mickeys. And my writing, when I say I write, I'm not writing a novel, right? I get up, sometimes I'll write goals, sometimes I'll write things that I'm thankful for, sometimes I will get up and I will, write somebody a handwritten letter. I know that sounds weird, but like if there's somebody that like I want to reach out to, I love handwritten letters, right? I'll write different things. I'll make to-do lists, I'll make grocery lists, I'll make like lists of people that like, oh man, I haven't talked to this person in a minute. Or I'll think about like members that I haven't seen in 3 or 4 days. I'll be like, oh, guess who's getting a text message from me today? Whatever it is, just writing that stuff out and just being present in my own thoughts and dictating where my day goes through myself is huge. Yeah. And I think a lot of people are missing that. They really are. They're everything in their day is reactionary, and it's one of those like, so if I wake up, I pick up my phone, right? I look at it, and the first thing I do is I see a notification for emails. And, for most people, they're going to go in and something's going to be with what, tied to what they do for work. Well, now, like, my mind's already in work mode. And maybe it's an email from a boss telling you got something else to do, or you forgot to do something, or just whatever. And it's like, okay, now my brain has to go that direction when it usually doesn't want to first thing in the morning, right? Or say I pick up my phone and I look at get on social media, and it's this political stuff where people are arguing or fighting or whatever, or it's, I don't know, something about your team winning or losing or whatever. It could be all these different things, and you can fall down these rabbit holes.
Yeah. Right? For me, it's usually just, it is. I think maybe for everybody. It's things that have nothing to do with my life.
Right. Right. And and I was saying this to somebody the other day, and we were talking about like watching the news, right? And it's the same thing with social media. I said, I don't watch the news. And they're like, well, what if you miss something that's going on? I said, I'll hear about it.
Yeah, same.
If it's that important, I'm going to hear about it, right? There's so much in the world that's going on that is never going to happen, right? And it's the what ifs, the what
fear.
Yeah, and like you can get so wound up and caught up in all this bullshit, that you forget to live your life.
I didn't watch the news. I haven't ever really watched the news for that reason. Same. Completely relate to you. But it really magnified when I worked in radio for a little bit and I had to get this show prep for the morning crew. And man, I had to read the news, So, and I don't even watch the news. So the stories
make you nervous wreck.
The same horrible stories every day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, even the host would get tired of certain subjects. You know, they're like, we don't want to talk about, you know, and they were right. You know, so I'm like figuring out what to hand them. But when you go on the news websites and stuff, it's just crazy.
It's constant, right?
Yes,
And it's
yes.
so I have certain people in my life that watch the news like 24/7, right? It's on at their house, and it's constant. Like, I don't want to say fear, but it's like that constant. It is. It's constant
I think
fear.
it is.
It's a constant like. Yeah, that people are, you know, getting you to buy into the bullshit.
And well, they're trying to keep your attention, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because they're selling advertisements, and it's a business too. So it's as much, and it's entertainment, I think. So if I do watch something like that, I recognize that these are their goals. So I don't even blame them for it. You know?
Right.
If anything, it's me for watching it. You know?
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know, man. I think like what I was saying, you know, just getting away from that stuff for so many people would be such a huge help mentally and physically, right? Because your mental state is going to dictate a lot of what's going on in your body physically, right? And it's going to dictate like what you are going to do physically for that day. If I wake up and like first thing I do is I see something that puts me down this downward spiral of being pissed off and angry or upset or scared or whatever, like I'm way less likely to be successful moving my body through the day. I'm going to have these shallow breaths going on where I can't open up, fill my lungs full of air, and like I can't live. Mm-hmm. Right? And I know that sounds weird, but it's true. It really is true, man. It dictates so much for people. So
yeah, I mean, if you're not in front of a screen, you're probably moving around.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like sense, and that's no
whether
joke.
it's this or a TV, you know, like
For sure. And I'm not one. I've never been one really to turn the TV on. If there's a game on, I'll turn TV on. Other than that, like I don't sit down and watch shows. Mm-hmm. If I'm watching a movie, it's either because my wife and kid are making me, or I'm sick. Right. So it's
stuck. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't happen. Right. It doesn't happen. So, yeah, I know, like, for me, since I have done this, right, like, wow, I've gotten so much shit done in the last, you know, however, but it's like, I didn't realize how much of a distraction and time suck, like, this stuff was.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew I was looking at it, but you don't realize, like, how much until it's you actually, like, you remove it.
I think I just saw a stat, because there's a lot of stuff about metaverse. Have you heard of metaverse?
Uh-huh.
All right. So somebody had this theory of it's not necessarily a digital world. It's how the digital world takes over our time more than us spending time in real space. So me talking to you, me walking over there and touching a weight. So it's that ratio of time of your life. So basically once it flips to more 50% digital in your screen, we're saying as a society that we value that more than real life.
Right.
So they said the television brought it down to 70%. Phones brought it down to 50%. Computer might be the one that was 50%. But anyway, with phones and computers. So now the next step with this digital thing is just 100% digital, meaning like that's where, right. So where people put their value in that world rather than real physical space doing real physical things.
Yeah, and it's weird, man. Like you talk like from that side of things, right? Like the physical connection, you know, or I guess you call it physical connection, like that connection that you get from talking to a person.
Yeah.
Right, instead of a text or an email or a DM or
right.
Whatever it is so much different.
So they mentioned like your neighbor.
Uh-huh.
You don't necessarily talk to them, meaning like in this digital world, your audience is somewhere else digitally. Mm-hmm. That's who you befriend. That's who you look out for, and you look out for them digitally, and you befriend them digitally. Mm-hmm. You know, so meaning that's where like the keyboard warriors come out, and the
right.
You know those
fucking keyboard
those momentums and things like that, and versus the person literally living right next to you that probably, if you knew each other more and had a better relationship, your physical well-being, your life would be better off.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's funny. There's speaking of, I come home the other night, Monday night, the Niners are playing, right? So turn the game on. There's this virtual reality like game thing. These guys are playing against each other, right? And they're buddies on virtual reality and they're playing online, but they think they live across the world from each other, right? And they're yelling and screaming. And like at the end of the commercial, they both kind of get quiet and they're like, hang on. You know, they both kind of tell each other, hang on for a second. And
they heard the same fire alarm or something?
No. It shows they live right next door to each other. So there's a wall. And they're both making noise, yelling, playing the game, right? And the one guy goes, hey, shut up over there. You're making too much noise. And the other guy's yelling the same thing back. And they don't realize. And they're yelling at each other. And then they go back to playing the game. They're like, yeah, my neighbor's a real jerk. And then so anyways, man, it's kind of like that, right?
Yeah,
like you don't really realize like what's going on in the world around you, you know?
It's true. I mean, the neighbor that lives in front of me, you know, we know each other pretty well. But I think between the two of us, we don't really know anyone else directly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of strange. Or at least, ideally, it shouldn't be that way, you know?
Right. And it's I get it, man. Like we've got neighbors like in our neighborhood. Most of the neighbors who live like right around us, I know 'em,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But we've got some people that like live in the court, like back behind our house. I'm like, I don't no clue who they are, you know. Never talk to them, whatever. Like some of them like won't even look at you, like when they drive by. I'm like, hey, no wave,
all
nothing.
right.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, yeah. So losing that connection, though, I think it's scary, man. That's scary. People start to lose that, right? And that's one thing. Like, I worry about like for Dalton, you know, like his generation's coming up because it's just going to be so much different. Right? It's going to be so much different from him, and that's like he doesn't play video games still. You know, he's going to be 10 years old next month. And he just had a checkup at the doctor, and the doctor's like, so you play video games? He's like, nope. She's like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And she goes, not at all. And he goes, nope.
Yeah.
And she goes, that is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Right? And he's like, oh, cool. You know, he's that kid that will sit down and read a book or whatever. And, so which is cool. But all of his buddies are already in that world, you know? And it's like they're you see it, and it's like, get so caught up in it and lose touch with reality, and they lose so much, I guess, just life experience and just getting out and dealing with people and learning things on your own and figuring things out.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned it about the person driving by, but I think eye contact is huge when it comes to stuff like that.
Oh,
Like
hell yeah.
confrontation. And I'm not talking about a negative experience. I'm just saying, like, there's kids who don't know how to be around other people, you know?
Oh, for sure.
Because they're used to being able, I can be loud, I can be rude, I can shout, I can be dramatic, and all this other stuff that they can be with these headphones, microphones, and in this game. And maybe it's okay because it's a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you take those things off and you ask them to say thank you to the mailman, and they freak out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you see it with adults too. It's not just the kids, because you see it with adults all the time. You're talking about your keyboard warriors, right? And it's the people that are sitting behind a screen or behind their phone, and they want to comment on different things. They'll see a workout video and they want to comment, well, this guy's squat is and whatever. And it's like, that guy's squatting 900 pounds. You've never been underneath a squat bar. You're sitting on your couch eating fucking Oreos watching this video.
Well,
so
I know it's still referring to the digital world, but like there'll be memes of somebody critiquing like a professional athlete or something with like potato chips on their belly.
Yeah.
Like, can't believe he couldn't do that or something.
Right. You know, people want to, it's the Monday morning quarterbacks, dude, that just give me a fucking break. Like, oh man, you know, so-and-so is not that good and whatever. It's like, you understand what this person is doing? Do you fucking understand what this person is doing? You have no idea. You know, it's just like, and I've had people like this in my own life. When I start talking about, like, we're talking about running and talking about mileage and whatever. And we were talking about the last ultra that I did, or 6-hour race that I did, that ended up being about 30 miles that I ran, right? Somebody's like, oh, 30 miles in 6 hours. Like, oh, they start looking, and they're like, you're only doing 5 miles an hour? And it was, and I'm not going to name names, but it was somebody who I know couldn't go out and run a mile right now.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, give me a fucking break. And it was like, you're that person. You're that person that is the commenting on this and that and whatever. And it's like, if you've never done it and never attempted to try it or whatever, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Like, if you think that, somebody doing something like that isn't enough, fuck, sign up for a race. Go do it.
Yeah.
If that guy that's, squatting the 900 pounds and he's just not quite there, fuck, put that on your back next time you're in the gym. See what happens. Right? But so many people are quick to comment on things that they have no fucking clue about. They have no idea. Like, if you're gonna really truly comment on something, have some knowledge in the area. But people don't. They think they have knowledge because they've had this. They've had that phone and they've seen all these videos,
Yeah.
I've seen the videos of this and that and the other, and I read a fucking headline about something, so, man, I'm smart. I did my research, like, shut the fuck up. Shut up, man. So anyways,
yeah.
Hey, well, we went on a little bit of a tangent there, but it's cool. It's cool.
We're here to let it out and tell us what you think, guys.
Yeah. So
as you watch this on social media.
Right. But cut social and all that, but like still like our shit. Still like our shit.
Your subscriptions to Cast
you ain't got to be on social media to listen to us.
No, you don't. But I mean, YouTube is pretty social.
Yeah, I wasn't talking YouTube. I was talking like Apple Podcasts. It's not social media.
Sort of.
I don't know. I wouldn't consider that social.
For your argument's sake, I'll let you have it.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's more of like an information site. Like, well, if you use it, depending on how you're looking at it, how
you can still share it. You can still comment on it. So once you do that, you have engagement. And I think once you have engagement, you're being social.
Okay.
I'm not trying to technically be a dick or argue with you.
No.
I really do perceive it as
I feel you.
social
And like
media,
for me, I look at it as like, I ain't commenting on shit. So like when I go on Apple Podcasts and I listen to shit, right? I go on there and I go, okay, I want information on, let's say,
fishing,
flexibility and mobility. I ain't listen to no fucking fishing bullshit. So I go on there and I'm gonna go pull up Kelly Starrett, right? Who's like a mobility coach, whatever.
See what they got to say, yeah.
And I'm gonna listen to his stuff. I'm not gonna comment on it. I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna, like for Apple Podcasts. Now, if I'm watching something on YouTube or whatever, yeah, I'll give it a like or like a comment if I think it's necessary or whatever or relevant. But I don't know.
It's still, to me, because it does the platform for episodes and pages to be successful. Engagement promotes the shows, so I just feel it's there as far as the social aspect.
All right,
just by technicality, but so
cool. Listen to our shit. You ain't got to comment on it. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I'm like that too. I'm not going to comment on anything like the podcast I listen to.
Yeah.
I just let them roll.
Yeah, I want to listen, get some information, get a laugh here and there. Like whatever. Yeah. So get away from your phone, especially in the morning. Like if there's one thing on that checklist that like I think is like severely overlooked that people aren't doing, it's that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's that. Get away from the electronics in the morning and late at night.
The alarm is okay though, right? That's my wake up alarm.
You need me to come by the house and wake you up?
On the phone? No? You mean no phone? So you mean wake up by other means, like have another alarm clock? Honestly.
So here's the thing. I would try and wake up some other way.
Okay. No, that's all. It's okay.
Now, if you can grab your phone, turn your alarm off, be done with it,
that's what I mean.
But for most people,
right,
picking that phone up,
that's a wrap. You're down that rabbit hole already.
You are.
I get it. I was just curious if that's what
I think that's a slippery slope, right? Like that's like somebody who's a sugar fiend, right? And you go
the candy and don't eat it,
and you're like, hey, come here. I want you to lick. You can't bite it, but I want you to lick this Snickers bar. Give them one lick, and then you walk away, and they're going to be, oh, God, freaking out. right? Now, if you can do that, cool. If you can do that, cool. You know what I mean? But for a lot of people, I think that and it sounds crazy, but I think that's just opening up.
Well, yeah, once you're there, you're there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just check one thing. Oh,
Yeah. Exactly.
I see what you're
I'm just
saying.
gonna look at I'm just gonna look at the weather. I'm just gonna look at this.
Right. But
I'm
it's
gonna
still, if
and then
you're,
all of a
if you're doing anything else than turning that alarm off.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're like 9 dog videos into whatever.
So technically the alarm is okay, but it's probably not going to lead
Ideal.
to success.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, for sure.
Just wondering if you know technicalities that
Yeah.
disqualifies anyone.
You.
Okay.
Just you. Just you. Yeah, man. So anyways, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up there for today. Again, if you guys want to let us know, reach out or whatever, any way you want to. Let us know what you guys are doing, what you guys are not doing on that checklist. We're coming up on Thanksgiving here next week, so you do get to eat that dessert that day, Mike.
Literal.
You know, and I hope all you guys have a great Thanksgiving. You know, get to spend time with your loved ones and appreciate that time. You know, I hope that you guys also earn your Thanksgiving dinner. You know, I'm a person every year, like I go out and I do a hard workout or go on a long run on Thanksgiving and on Christmas. I want to earn what I'm gonna eat, right? And I'm gonna, you know, want to be thankful for it and show appreciation for it, and you know, enjoy that time with the family. And what's up?
I'll be going to Reno after Thanksgiving, so.
All right. Well, good luck. Don't do meth.
I'll try, but you know.
Yeah, it's Reno. Yeah. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. Hopefully, you guys all have a good holiday.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Be smart.
You know,
Don't
safe
drink and drive.
Safe, smart travels. You know, and stay healthy.
Have
Stay
fun
healthy.
with the
Stay
family.
healthy. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And Reno. All right,
coming.
guys. Hey, we'll see you guys next time. Reno. Beautiful downtown.